The Crows recently held their first ever Melbourne business luncheon, and they used the occasion to debate some of the sport's big issues. Among those to share their views were AFL football boss Mark Evans and former Collingwood champion Craig Kelly, a leader in sports marketing and talent management.
Today we're having a business function for 150 plus corporates and fans of the club. As fans and supporters and lovers of the game, you want to know where the game is heading. Me personally, rule changes, I'm kind of traditionalist, but others, people want to see the game evolve, but they also want to know where it's moving to, and I think the insights today will set the scene of where the game's going.
As a club, a free agent fills a need. You draft your talent, you develop your talent, but if you feel like you're in the window, you can go to the market 2 years out if you plan well enough, and you can start to get that piece of the jigsaw puzzle that you need.
The Players Association are talking to us already, saying they'd like the years of eligibility to come down by 2.
There's heaps of stories about guys who have had a great career. I mean, Eddie Betts is a really good example. I mean, I don't think he's had so much fun in his footy for the last 8 years. It's just, he loves it. And the club loves him and people embraced him.
The Adelaide Football Club is a national brand. We have a national audience. We have a huge supporter base here in Melbourne. And look, South Australians are spread throughout the country, and certainly in Melbourne we have fantastic support. It's time for us as a club to spread our wings and encroach on Melbourne and really put our stamp of the Adelaide Football Club here.
Winning rucks are crucial to success. This puts the spotlight well and truly on Big Sam Jacobs and his coach, Matthew Clarke. In this segment, Under the Coach's Roof, brought to you by Victory Verandas, we focus on the art of ruck work.
Beautiful service for Sloan. Sloan towards the goal square. Betts uses his brain, uses his body, takes the mark.
Source Jacobs, that is as good as it gets. He's put in the work. Palm it straight down, hit it at pace, and look at Rory Sloan just walks into that one.
There's a lot of stats thrown around in terms of pure hit-out numbers, which potentially aren't that important, but if you can create hit-outs to advantage, which then obviously leads to clearance, then that's really important.
It's been 5 consecutive goals to the Adelaide Crows. They lead now by 12 points, and that man Jacobs is starting to dominate.
Yeah, so I think most clubs look to have sort of 3 or 4 genuine ruck options, and we're in that space as well. So obviously Sam Jacobs has been really strong for us over the last 4 years. And Josh Jenkins has probably filled the backup ruck role, but we've got a couple of young guys coming through, Riley O'Brien, Jack Osborne, and we've got Luke Loudon into the club from Hawthorn last year. So we've got probably 5 realistic options to play some ruck minutes for us.
Good mark by Jacobs. He's a fine player, Jacobs. He's the old school ruckman, isn't he?
As it's panned out, Sam's played, pretty much exclusively over that last 4 years, but there's going to be a moment where we need another option, and we've got some good guys coming through. It's like any other skill. We generate repetition, and we look at the technical aspects of how to get between your opponent and the ball and get your hand on the ball. After the stoppage has occurred, then they've got to become one of the other 18 players on the field. They've got to contribute to the offence and to the defence.
Jacobs is down there and got hands on it. Already kicked one this quarter.
Keeps just putting the hands up, just keeps answering.
Now it's time to join Alana Smith and 60 Seconds of Comfort, brought to you by Plush Sofas.
Jake Kelly made his AFL debut this season and has done a solid job of carving a spot out for himself. He joins us on the plush sofa. Jake, welcome.
Thank you.
The ball, the nickname, it's stuck. Talk us through it.
First day of training, we were doing the warm-up, and obviously with warm-ups coming out of under 18s, they go for about 5 minutes. So after the 40th minute, I was pretty sure it was training and was going a bit too hard. Little did I know it was still the warm-up. So yeah, Daniel Tarley caught onto that, and
bullet a gate,
yeah.
Very good. I'm sure though high standards have been ingrained in you living in a performance centre.
Yeah, with Pat, he's got pretty high standards, very, very clean Pat, so everything has to be spotless. He loves Disney movies. A lot of people may not know that. Loves Disney movies. We live there with Marty, his fiancée, so no, it's great. It's a good environment and lucky to be there.
All right, so what about the household duties? How do they get split up?
Yeah, well, I'm doing most of the cooking at the moment. Pat's not much of a cook. Actually, on his last attempt, he burnt the barbecue, so it all melted in. So
Didn't even know that was possible. It's quite a feat.
yeah, it is a very good feat. So I reckon I'll stick to the cooking.
Good stuff. All right, thanks very much for joining us on the Sofa Chat.
Thank you very much.
Still to come, Crows players name their favourites.
Stuart G.
Matthew Lloyd.
Gary Ablett Senior.